Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kate's Country Critters. I have got some exciting news about Bibb County Animal Support. This is the third time I have tried to record this video. The first time, the audio was terrible, so I had to scrap it and start over. Then a thunderstorm rolled through, and I had to do some anxiety management with my pack. So by the time I came back to do the second recording, I was just so tired and exhausted that I just could not maintain my train of thought. So maybe third time's a charm. But we do have exciting news regarding Bibb County Animal Support. I've got something I need to read to you, but I don't remember where I put it. It's got to be here somewhere. I just had it in my hand. How in the world do I lose things while standing still? I will be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Found the folder. We received a letter from the IRS addressed to Bibb County Animal Support. Dear applicant, we are pleased to tell you we determined you're exempt from federal income tax under Internal Revenue Code IRC Section 501c3. Donors can deduct contributions they make to you under IRC Section 170. You're also qualified to receive tax-deductible bequests, devices, transfers, or gifts under Section 2055, 2106, or 2522. This letter could help resolve questions on your exempt status. Please keep it for your records. Organizations exempt under IRC Section 501c3 are further classified as either public charities or private foundations. We determined you're a public charity under the IRC section listed at the top of this letter, and that section is 170B1A, Roman numeral 6. And then the rest of the letter is mostly talking about what we are required to file on an annual basis and directing me to some publications that I need to familiarize myself with. So that is some very exciting news. It's also going to change how things kind of have to work now. There we go. I put on my computer glasses. There will be some things that have to change here in the very near future. The first order of business will be establishing a business account for Bibb County Animal Support through one of our local banks. All money that has been raised and deposited into my personal account through the current GoFundMe will be transferred to that account. The current GoFundMe is just a general GoFundMe that anybody can set up. It is not specified for 501c3s. The current GoFundMe will be shut down, hopefully by June 1st, and we will be able to open a new GoFundMe under the charitable organizations page that will, I believe, reduce the amount of fees that we must pay, the processing fees to GoFundMe. And also, it should automatically generate a tax deductible receipt for the donor, and you can receive that while still remaining anonymous on the posting. But before we go asking you for more money. We are going to give you a complete accounting of what we have raised and what we have spent so far. The money raised through the GoFundMe account has totaled $1,545. From that, GoFundMe has charged $50.23 in fees, giving us a total of $1,494.70 received. Our expenses to date. I'm not sure exactly why I wrote SOC on this little graphic, but it is the Secretary of State, the Alabama Secretary of State, name reservation fee, $28. Then we had to file incorporation paperwork with the Secretary of State for another $208. We filed with the IRS to gain a federal employee identification number that is required to establish bank accounts and for other businesses to claim their tax deductible donations. And if we ever do employ people, cross our fingers, rather than working entirely on a volunteer staff, well, we need that FEI number there. And that cost us $149. The next step was filing the IRS Form 1023EZ, and that is the application to receive 501c3 status. That was $275. And after that was complete, we have to register with the Alabama Attorney General's office. And it does show up as AOG, though I'm not sure. It should be the Alabama Office of the Attorney General. It should be OAG. I'm not sure. I was extremely tired when I was putting this thing together. Anyway, we have to register with the Alabama Attorney General's office as a charitable organization in order to receive permission to engage in fundraising. That form was submitted for a fee of $25, and we should receive the confirmation letter that gives us the permission no later than next Friday, which I believe is March 29th. We spent $114.40 on a fireproof safe to store our important documents and things in, $99.86 on a mini fridge to store the vaccinations in, and $31.91 on office supplies. And I do believe that included a thermometer for the mini fridge to ensure that it maintains the correct temperature. Our total expenses come to $931.17, leaving us $563.60 to go to future expenses and to pay off any debts we currently have at the veterinarian's office. I want to thank every single person that has donated to the GoFundMe to date. Without you, none of this would have been possible, but we're not done yet. There are still a lot of upcoming expenses that we need to cover. First of all, we would like to rent a post office box to the tune of $280 for 1 year. Currently, my home address is the business address, and I think it would just be best practices to have the mail directed to its own P.O. box. We have been shopping around for liability insurance, even though volunteers and foster families with our organization are required to sign liability waivers and hold harmless agreements. There are still situations that could occur where liability falls on the organization. Therefore, it is best practices to carry some liability insurance. I have reached out to a few insurance companies, and the best policy and rate combination that I've been able to find comes to $2,443.64 per year. I am going to continue shopping around and see if I can get a better rate than that. But for now, that's the ballpark that we're looking at. We also expect to need some printing services. We need to print up business cards that we can hand out around the county, around the community, and we expect to have about $150 in printing services fees. We're going to put QR codes on them, and my home printer is just not high enough quality to generate QR codes. And that's before we even get to helping the animals. There is a new employee at the impoundment facility. I really hope to create a video with her over the next upcoming days. There have been some very positive things going on, and I would love it if she's able to tell you about it herself. Things are getting done, and we are going to need funds to support those efforts. Oh my gosh, the fleas and ticks down there are just terrible. The county does have a pest control contract, and the gentleman's going out there and spraying for fleas and ticks, but 2, 3 days later, they're back with a vengeance. The new employee has gotten with the county extension service, and they are going to do some companion planting with plants like lemon balm, citronella, lavender, marigold, and other plants that are natural pest controls. We want to support that effort. We want to help provide potting soil, anything we can do in that area to help that effort. We want to help supply flea collars. And a lot of people are like, oh, the flea drops, the flea drops, the flea drops. Well, a dog can become allergic to flea drops. If you put flea drops on a dog that is allergic, even if you give them a bath immediately, you're not going to get it all off. With a flea collar, you put it on. If a dog starts to have an allergic reaction, you take it off and the process stops. So that's what we're looking at. We are still going to be vaccinating animals. When we place animals in foster homes, we provide the food, we provide the veterinary care, we will provide a crate for that animal if necessary. There are plenty of expenses. If you would like to contribute to the current GoFundMe and you're not concerned about receiving a tax-deductible receipt, the current GoFundMe will remain open. As soon as we can, we will start the new GoFundMe under their charitable organizations structure. And when that account is set up, we will be again asking for $5,000. It will go up in increments as each of the smaller goals are met, but the overall goal will be $5,000. If you have donated, once again, thank you so much. If you haven't donated and you're able to, thank you so much. We really so greatly appreciate the community support. But if you can't donate right now, that's perfectly okay. We understand times are tough. What you can do is watch my videos, subscribe to the channel, make a comment, engage with me. All of these things help the algorithm spread it out to more people. And the more people that see it, the better chance we will have of receiving the donations and making our goals. Additionally, excuse me one moment. Trigger, come here. Trigger, what are you seeing? Come here. What is your problem? Mr. Trigger. What was I saying, Trigger? Do you know what I was saying? Do you know what I was saying? We are more likely to meet these goals when the videos spread far and wide. Additionally, you're going to be helping out the channel. I believe we have a little over 200 subscribers right now. Channels don't become monetized until you have at least 1,000 subscribers. At 1,000 subscribers, merchandise options become available. We can look at having some Kate's Country Critters and Bibb County Animal Support merch, of which some of it would go to me and some of it would go to the charity. I would love to be able to quit my job and become a full-time YouTuber / dog groomer. I would love to be able to groom dogs for free, 100% for free. There's so much that I would like to do that I can't do because, well, everybody needs money and I have to work a W-2 job on top of grooming dogs and the volunteer work. And that thing's going crazy right now, and I will probably go into a video on that on my other channel. But right now, all we really need to worry about is this channel. This channel and our goals for Bibb County Animal Support. We want to make a difference in our community. We want to make a difference in the lives of these animals. And you are an important part of making that happen. We can't do any of this without your support. So thank you so much for stopping by and check back. Come see me again sometime soon.